Just making sure. Tastes sharp. What am I doing? Well, I think it's time we just cook. Crazy intro, eh? All right. Well, I think we're gonna cook up that spaghetti squash. And then we got some mushrooms and acorn squashes we picked from the garden. So I figured, why not get some kind of a, let's do some videoing on this. I can't really get a good shot here of both. Maybe the camera just needs to be farther back. There. So, there's some shiitakes. I will grab a towel actually. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a towel to pad down the mushrooms. I am not a chef by any means, but oh, some of these are no good. Like that one. It's the brakes sometimes. Them's is the brakes. This is my compost bucket. See what's there was like two in here that were the rest are good. So I'm just gonna, I wonder if I should just cut the tip off and just fry it like so. Less chopping. Yeah, that's what I'll do. You know what? I'm gonna slice it in half. That way, two good sized pieces. We will, because we're gonna get that on the nice home, Devin Lee. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to cut that off and then we're going to slice it down the middle so we can get more than one piece, kind of like little mushroom hamburgers. Shiitakes are a mushroom that apparently tastes like meat, but it was just from one person I've heard that. But probably, as you can see, I'm not no like skilled chef with the knives. Just basically you want your mushrooms to be dry when you're cooking them. So we're basically just prepping everything. Oh, I forgot to cut the tail off. The reason why I'm cutting the tail off, it's easier to flip. Just sharpen this knife. So we shouldn't have too much issue cutting mushrooms. As you can see, it's pretty sharp. One thing I really enjoy is when you're cutting stuff, so you have a nice sharp knife. It makes everything so much easier. So now what I do when I cook these, and there's a reason why I put them they're a little bit damp, not really crazy damp, but well, I went right through the mushroom. But damp enough. We want to basically cook these. Depends on the heat that you have and depends on your stove. But I usually cook them for 6 minutes, but 3 minutes aside. Real nice home. Love the mushrooms. Chicken spaghetti. Hello, hi everyone. The camera's not facing me, so I won't always get your comments, but I figured since we're here, we're gonna cook. Might as well go through the process, right? So, I'm just kind of going with it. I figured I was going to make some of these acorn squashes that we got from the garden this year. As you can see, the rabbit started chewing on them. And I picked them just before the season ended. But we have a rabbit in our backyard. And he was chewing on the acorn squashes. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this here spaghetti squash, those acorn squashes, some mushrooms, some ground beef, cabbage, a bunch of stuff, and we're going to stuff and put all this stuff together. And we're going to throw it in the oven. We're just going to bake it. We've got this nice pan to do that with. But the mushrooms I'm going to cook the mushrooms separately. So, honestly, I never used to eat mushrooms till a few years ago. When I was having dreams of starting a mushroom farm, I was like, you know what, I don't really eat mushrooms. And they're full of life, full of good nutrients. Especially psilocybin apparently is good to combat a lot of different ailments that we have. You'll see why I'm cutting these like this. You know, and a lot of people will be like, well, if you see any fungus on the mushroom, should you eat it? Well, mushroom is a fungus. Why not eat it? So I cut them in half, that way when I put them in the pan, I can just lay them flat in the butter and then flip it. It's a lot easier than doing slices. If you get a bunch of pieces, it's harder to flip them. Getting into the habit of cooking at home more. I used to Because I do construction work, so I don't always have the. I shouldn't say I don't always have. I should make the time to do something that everyone should do is cook for themselves. Because when we leave all our trust in these food industries, right? Where you get a bunch of food and we get recalled. And they have all these safety measures, but why is food getting recalled? I don't know. Maybe because they're growing food not the way it's supposed to. That's probably it. So, this one's no good. See, that's our compost bucket. Look at that. Filled with eggs and just all kinds of stuff, right? It's crazy. I never planted these. These grew out of the compost. And, look at that. That's a nice color. Smells good too. Why am I cutting these right now? I guess we are going to bake these. I have to do all the vegetables and stuff too. I should start this oven. Like I said, there's no rhyme or reason for what we're doing here right now. This is literally, we're going to set the oven for 425. This is the pan we're going to use. We've got it at Value Village, a nice big pan. What you're going to do is when you're cooking, you're just going to lay them flat in the pan like so. Alright, now let's get on to your shit. You sure it's not a fox? What? Your shirt, it's fox. You have a bike? Oh, yeah, it is a fox shirt. I used to have a bike. But not so much anymore. I'm probably gonna get one again. But for now, this is what we got. Alright, so since we're gonna cut all this stuff up, we're gonna do a bunch of carrots so they can roast in the pan. I like lots of carrots. Good hearty vegetables. We got 2, 4, 6, 7. We'll do that. The rest of these go back. And I'm thinking I might even throw the ground beef in here. Now, I should wash these real quick. Here we are. Just doing a little wash of the veggies. Now, I don't like peeling my carrots either. So we're also going to do some, those are hearty, eh? You know what? I'll put them all in there. This is going to be one big pot of stuff. Celery, fennel, parsley, a little bit of everything. Kind of want to use up all the vegetables before they go bad. Let's give it a quick rinse. You might even peel the spaghetti squash. That way, I throw a lot of vegetables in with my meat. I don't use any breads or pastas or rices when I'm mixing vegetables and meat. When I'm mixing meat, I just go straight vegetables. Super healthy for you. And very filling. You know, I might even bring out the shredder. That might actually be better. The reason why I do this is because I'm actually making food for both me and my dog. And I was about to wash the dishes, then I was like, you know what, I should just do it live. Let's just do it live. We're going to make some food. And this should get us to where we need. I think we're going to fill this pan up. We might end up doing a roast. And I don't know if you can see it in that corner there. There's a crock pot. So oh, you know what? I got that radish too. I forgot. Maybe I shouldn't put so much in there. I'll put lots of carrots. Maybe I'll take back 3 of the parsnips. So here's a good little food tip. So let's say your carrots are going to go bad. If you actually want to save and get them to be more fresher, you just plant them again. And we'll do that again. I'm going to do a little experiment because I have a couple carrots here that are on their way out. You see that? Kind of on their way out. And I was saving these because I wanted to see what would happen if I planted them. This one's still trying to live, right? But I want to see if it'll reverse any of this. I've done it in the past and it works. But you can only do so much, right? So, just get rid of that. Parsnips super good for you. Great for white blood cells, healthy everything. And I literally, I don't peel the skin. I know a lot of people be like, oh, that's kind of gross, right? But I like to cut them longwise too. I might just do some like this. So I cut them longwise, and then I'll just roast them in with the rest of the food. Thank you, parsnips, for feeding me and the gorgeous animal with your delicious life. See, I feel like if you you can change how your body reacts to the food if you give thanks for what it's giving you. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells so good. But I like lots of aromatic foods. And the only way to get that is fresh food. Where a lot of people will, what do you call it? A lot of people don't really get to enjoy that. But a lot of the reasons why you don't see me peeling, I questioned it. I was like, well, what's the point of peeling it when a lot of the nutrients actually are contained in the skin too, right? So throw that in there. Thank you, Delicious Carrot, for giving me the sustenance I need to make the world a better place. There we go. One of my favorite parts of the carrot, actually, I'll show you in a second here. Apparently, if you save these, you can regrow them, but I haven't done so yet, or have successfully tried. I could show you though, because I got my little plant collection over here. This is my ADD going off. You see this? We've got, this is a tomato plant I pulled out of the garden, and I wanted to see, because it's called Black Russian tomatoes, I wanted to see if I could replant it next year bigger, so when it starts the season it can have like several harvests. And then we got our basil. This basil I got from the store. This basil was 50% off, and it was going bad. So what I did was I planted it, I cut it, I planted it, and this is why I brought you here. This thyme is not really doing the best, but this was almost 50% off rosemary too. So this thyme wasn't doing the best. I mean, it was alive. Could probably still use it, actually. But this is why I brought you guys here. Is you can regrow a lot of vegetables. Like this is celery, and this is the crown of the celery. And what you do is you peel it back, and you put it in water. Now what you're supposed to do is let the water dry out before rewatering, and then you can plant this, and another crown of celery is going to grow. So there's that. And I got more plants, but let's get back to the cooking. I'm obviously moving everything around on my tripod, so I have to lift everything up, going over stuff. But here we are. Hello, Master. What will be the dish for tonight? Glimmerosi? Well, as the title says, I'm just going with it. I'm just throwing stuff together. So, we have this large log of ground beef we're going to put in with all of this. I think half is going to go in the pan here. Half in the pan and half in the slow cooker over here. So we're going to make a massive meal. This cost me $41.16. You see that? Food prices are a little crazy nowadays. I'll throw that back in the fridge because we're not there yet. We've got a massive cook happening here. This is probably going to take a few hours actually to do everything. But before I started to before I took off and went ADD over there showing you my vegetables. I'm doing this because I wanted to show you what my favorite part of the carrot is. I used to be able to do this when it's not supposed to split apart, but usually you can pull the core. So you pull the core, and you get that root. Well, I'm going to cook everything, but I did that for me. I like this core. This core is really good. Anyways, obviously I'm cooking it for myself, so myself and the dog. Kind of hungry. Well, I'm gonna eat all these little pieces while I cook. I think I'm gonna incorporate a coconut milk with all this too. Alright, that's a lot of vegetables already. You know what? I might shred a couple pieces. I'm gonna put these back in the fridge. So, these guys are white radish. These are 50% off. A little soft. They need water for sure. You know, because they were going bad. And so they'll usually throw something like this out, right? And I'm actually going to cook this one. And I didn't plant these yet. I was in the process of doing so. So I'm gonna put a couple carrots and root vegetables in here so they can flourish a little bit. But for now, this one's got a little mold on the tip. Off it goes. And quickly wash that too. Like as you can see, it's not bad. It's just it's got a slight bit of where these are firm. This is slightly soft. Doesn't make any difference when you're cooking them. Throw those in there. The best part of doing this is you know what goes in this food, right? Like I think a couple lives, like 2 lives ago, I think it was the other night, I made chicken nuggets. I don't usually eat those. I still kind of feel weird from eating those. I think this was the other day actually. I don't even remember. There we go. Like that. I'm literally just gonna. I'm gonna shred a couple of these. Eat and cook. Now, I don't know if you know that whether you get organic carrots or not, carrots themselves are genetically modified. Just like bananas. The bananas you know that you find in the store are genetically modified. So this meal will last like almost a week. Obviously, depending on how you eat, but you can make lots of food from just 1 pound of ground beef. I don't even know how many carrots I cut, but I hadn't even numbered before. You know what? I'll put these two back in the bag. Cut off any part that looks like it's going bad. And you know, if I cut them up into these slices, I can still shred everything. And the whole point why I like shredding it is because then my dog will eat everything. Sometimes it picks stuff out. Sure. Thank you, Carrot, for your life of goodness. And what you provide. I usually do a juice cleanse around this time of year, but I'm trying to seek a live blood analysis doctor, because I want to do that when I do this cleanse. I've got celery, carrots, all kinds of stuff. I let my dog eat kibble today because I didn't make any food. I feel bad. We've kind of just been eating garbage. Like obviously chicken nuggets were garbage. Chicken burgers, same thing. Okay, all the carrots are cut. Now we're doing some red radishes. I like to use almost everything as best as I can, because why waste in today's day and age? You know, sure, we live in an abundant planet where we have everything at our fingertips. All we got to do is take care of it. But for whatever reason, we're convinced into believing that there's not enough, which I find really crazy. I know other people in other countries don't have enough, but that's because they're ruled by people that don't have their best interests at hand. In mind, sorry. So, I started eating like this not too long ago. Actually, you know, good 4 or 5 years. I lost a bunch of weight. I used to be like 300 and I think it was 70 pounds. I just realized I was going to chop all these. I don't want them in there like slices. So I'll make a little pile. And then we'll cut them off. We got some parsley, some, what do you call it? Cilantro. I love cilantro. But these two also were 50% off food bin stuff. So we got the oven preheating at 425. And now we're just getting everything prepped to throw in the oven. And we'll chop up our squashes. And this way the dog gets a healthy meal. I get a healthy meal because I love the dog more than I love myself. And that's just the way it works. This is how couples should cook. Not that I have a significant other beside me doing this, but they should cook in the mindset of taking care of the other person, just like I'm taking care of my dog. Right? He's obviously healthy. If you've watched this channel, you probably know that. This is what the dog eats. Healthy vegetables. He ate some kibble today. I feel bad. Kibble is just as bad as chicken McNuggets, basically. But nothing gives me more satisfaction than cutting food with a nice sharp knife. Okay. This stuff can go in the compost. And we'll just kind of chop these up. Oh, that was supposed to be compost. Oh, my back! Oven's ready. This is another thing, I use a wood cutting board because I don't know if you know about microplastics, but if you're using a dull knife, you probably don't have to worry about microplastics, but if you're using a sharp knife, you think that that's not getting into your food by using a cutting board that's made out of plastic, then you got something else coming. You're being deceived in some way, shape, or form. So, here we are, loading our food with as much healthiness as we can. But still, straight up, I'm not buying organic or nothing like that, so you got to think that the healthiness that's coming out of this is probably like maybe 40%, because the growing practices the supermarkets buy their food from probably don't really care about how many nutrients end up in your food. Right? Everything's about as fast as we can get it sold, make it gain weight. Like for instance, like chicken and stuff, they'll inject like saline water and stuff like that into the flesh of the birds. So when you cook it, everything shrinks, right? Because that's healthy, right? Things don't get the natural process anymore. Spending enough time in the sun, like who knows where all this stuff is grown, right? Like if you're getting radishes all year round, where's it coming from? Mexico? Do they have our best interests in heart? That's why cooking food, it's very important that you cook food for yourself, because at least you know what's going in it, right? And even then, how much do you know? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get another bowl. And I'm going to shovel that in there. Just because it's so fine. And it's all going to end up in a food mixture. Okay. Carrots, radishes, mushrooms. We gotta do the a little cilantro and parsley. I've already used some out of it. You know, I should just use the whole thing. There's not going to be any left. Let's see what we got. Who's watching? 3 people in the comments. Do you plant the harvest your own food? Here and there. I'm not really I haven't made time to be a gardener, but that is something I want to work towards in the future for sure. I would like to actually create a company that makes nutrient dense food. So this is the way I like to chop my cilantro and parsley together. It actually is quite satisfying, I find. Nice, chopped up. Just gonna put it in with chopped radish. Okay, now that that's done, pull what's left of this back in the fridge. We're going to do some cabbage and some peppers. I already washed these. Cabbage. Oh. Do half. Got these bags from the grocery store. Perfect, then back in the fridge you go. Broccoli, fennel. Get this plastic off. I love Taiwanese cabbage, so good. There's nothing better than just eating a little. Kind of sweet. Like you guys. Let's see what we got. The dog eats healthy. You know what my favorite part of the cabbage is? Actually, the white. Super tasty. Alright. We need another bowl. That's my favorite. I'm making a mess. Countertops are clean anyways. Alright. Got the cabbage all cut. Bits and pieces to eat. Same time. And now, let's get into peppers. I love when you put vegetables and meat together. It's so healthy for you. This is how I do my peppers. This way you don't waste any. Once you get down to the seeds, everything off to the side. Look at that little bit of waste. Hardly any. Yeah, nothing. Basically nothing. Nothing wasted. Unless you're like a textured eater. Might as well eat up that cabbage. I'm just winging it. I'm thinking that I might do a can of coconut with some paprika, some sweet paprika, because it's not hard on the dog's stomach. And I'm gonna kind of cook it together with the some of the vegetables. To basically pour on top. This is why my dog's gonna live till he's like 30. Just keep feeding him high-end food. The key is I have to live long enough to make sure he's taken care of, and I keep feeding him high-end food. And myself. Okay. Look at this smorgasbord of stuff. So literally, I think this is how you can feed yourself for like $100 a week. You spend one day to make a nice giant meal, and you know, like I'm gonna make more than just the roast. It's funny, like I wonder if I planted these, would they grow again? We should almost try. Maybe you know what I'll do? I'll save this one, and I'll throw this in the bucket with the with all the root vegetables I was showing you guys, and I'll see if this actually will grow. Like, I'll get all the peppers in there. I'll save that one. Because later I'll make a separate video on replanting this stuff. So I'll put that in the bucket. Throw that in the bucket. Put that off to the side. If we find another one, we'll do the same. So satisfying when you have a sharp knife. I guess our experiment's only with one. Sure, a processor would make this faster. There's something about, I don't know, just cutting your own vegetables. That I like. So I'm going to use some of this to make the sauce, and some of it I'm going to put into a, I'm going to put this into ground beef. Okay, so now we got carrots, parsley, radish, mushrooms. Oh, the colors changed on that, eh? It was orange or really yellowy when I opened it up. So one thing I usually do is I peel. You gotta have yourself a good peeler though. See, look at how orangey that is there, and then over there it's a little bit lighter. I usually peel these before I throw them in the oven. See, I used to buy all those like mixed vegetables and stuff that you get at Costco. And then I got one that was like a potato and butternut squash mix. And when you look at the ingredients list on that, man, it's like what are they putting in this food? There's all kinds of oils and stuff already in there, and so like you never really know what you're getting. So of course, watch yourself when you're cutting these. You don't want to. But this is straight out of the compost vegetables. I'm curious as to how good these are going to be. So I peel them. It's easier to peel it before you open it up. Thank you very much, acorn squash, for giving me the nutrients that I'm going to need to sustain and do the YouTube channel. So I like to, we got like 1, 2, 3, oh, this is another thing we got. We'll do this next time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got a kombucha squash out of the garden today, this year. 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 acorn squashes too. And then we got these baby spaghetti squashes. Okay, they were in pots, that's why they didn't grow too big. We might as well throw those in too, if they're good. If they're not good, we won't. And look at this. This is a baby. What do you call it? Cantaloupe. Didn't make it. What do we got going on here? We got some people. Hi there. This is Photography Q7. Love your huge pile of veggies. Got fresh, mate. Tastes so much better. Hi back to Photography Q7. What else we got? I'd love a patch of land to grow my own. Lime 1. Marlo Macharo. Honestly, I just have a backyard. And I didn't even plant these. These came out of the compost. Because we have very nice, rich compost that I've been putting in the back for years. I've been lucky to have lived here for as long as I have. And this is how we feed the soil, right? This is what they're trying to get you away from. This is loaded with everything. All this gets thrown into the soil and it creates better soil. So I'm curious as to how good these acorn squashes are going to taste. This is all going to go in to that pan. We're gonna have lots of food for the next few days. I'm gonna have to cook nothing. Okay, there's one. There's one, and I'll throw that in this pan for now. I'll do this one too. It's got rabbit marks in it. The rabbit was chewing on that before I stole it from him. I was like, "You're not going to eat all of our acorn squash, you little guy." So this is like a baby. This is turning yellow, so it's probably more ripe than the one I. And the best part is, all this is going to go back into the compost to make better food for next year. Another one. Cut this top off. Use this one too. I'm using all the ones that the rabbit chewed on. I'm just gonna go grab a light here. Give me a second. There, I'll have a little more light here, just to kind of get a good view on what's going on. This is a heavy guy. You know, it's a good thing about root vegetables. Actually, sorry, this is not a root vegetable. Well, like these squashes and stuff, because they last a long time. I wonder how many people have seen somebody peel an acorn squash before. I wonder if the spaghetti squash is going to be as easy to peel. Or am I going to have to just roast that in a separate pan? I guess we'll find out. Man, the fluid that's coming out of this, like, my hand is really covered in, like, because this is a living food right now, right? It was good until I started peeling it. now it's going to be in my belly. And Chunks' belly. Okay, we got lots of peels here. That can all go back into our compost. There we go. Let's see if we can peel this. Oh, that's definitely a lot harder. Okay, we can't peel that. Can we peel these baby ones? Yep. We can peel the baby ones. Let's peel these baby ones. Waste nothing, right? These are literally baby spaghetti squashes. They didn't start growing till late in the season. So we weren't able to get anything out of them. So instead of throwing them away, let's throw them in our food. And then we'll open them up and we'll take all the seeds out. We'll dry them out and see if we can plant them for next year. Or at least get them started. I know there's not a lot of flesh on this, but it's better than getting rid of it, right? Just make sure I peel off any yellow. Put that in with the rest. Baby butternut squash. Spaghetti squash. Oh, the food goblin is showing up. Hi, most gorgeous animal. Look at this guy. He's like, I know you're cooking food. What are you cooking, sir? Cooking our meals for the next little bit here. Anyways, what do we got here in the comments? Oh man, that's so lucky. I don't know what's so lucky. Pet or wild rabbit? It's a wild rabbit. Gotta go, man. Enjoy the night. Hope the cooking goes well. Keep up the great work. Ah, I seen you having a Death Star lamp there too. Yeah. Yeah, I got these lights here. They're kind of interesting. You know, they close. Set the mood for cooking. Anyways. Alright, so we've done all this. We're almost at the part where where we can put it in the oven. Almost. So I was thinking of utilizing the oven temporarily while I wait. Because well, as if the chef's knife is not that sharp. I have these burgers. They're veggie burgers that I can cook while I make this, so I have something to eat after. Because we are at I think we're at like 6 o'clock right now. So the oven's preheated itself. And I also have, oh, I should pan fry these. Yeah. Alright, let's just do that. Throw these guys in. Just some veggie burgers. I'm going to throw into the oven now. There. Set that for I think it was 15 minutes. It's called the Crunch Organics. I got these a while ago. It says cook for 15 to 20 minutes. But we got some food when we're done. Now, see how much meat. Oh. We'll see how much meat's left in these baby spaghetti squashes. Hi to all the fans out there. Look at how tiny little baby seeds in there. These are baby spaghetti squashes. Oh, this one has one growing in it. I just cut it in half. Oh, there's another. Look, I could probably save. Let's put the light on it. Probably save this one. They started growing a new Another baby spaghetti squash. Cool. I wonder if we'll find anything in here. We'll save that one. Maybe be a little more gentle on this one. Oh, lots of little seeds though. It's an acorn squash. Oh, that one's soft. Yeah, more seeds, but not growing any babies like that one was. See this one here. Oh, acorn squashes are dead. A lot of good seeds though. But this guy, they could literally probably cut around this seed bed and to try not to disturb it too much. Oh. Just plant it. Oops. You know what? I'm going to leave a little bit. I'm going to plant that just like that. And the rest, I guess, we'll scoop it out. Put them in this bowl. These will be all the seeds we get. Nice acorn squash right there. That's good. These were healthy. These are healthy seeds, and if they're growing in the melon like that. Acorn squash. Nice. Thank you for your deliciousness, acorn squash. Grown in the garden. That's why they want you in these 15-minute cities. They don't want you doing this. They don't want you to have food that's not filled with their garbage, chemicals, crap. Some spaghetti squash, baby, chopped up. And this is going to be in this pan. So instead of buying crappy food, I invest my money in healthy things like, this is a nice 24 carats, that's the company name, gray salt, super good, nice and chunky, you know. Look, I'll sprinkle some in the pan because I'm going to anyways. You see how like chunky it is. A good salt you should be able to just take and put under your tongue. And you can really get the flavors out of it. Where it's not like burny, like the table salts that everyone uses. You hungry again? You gonna go outside? You wanna play? You're bored? Yeah, I know. It's winter time, right? Less chance outside. Less time outside. But so let's chop up this. Some seeds right there. Maybe we could plant these seeds for next season. A good little bit of acorn squash here. Good little pile. Super healthy for the dog. You gotta eat the foods in the seasons, right? They got us eating all kinds of shit nowadays. It's all processed garbage. Nutrient depleted vegetables, like. Make me Prime Minister for Canada, and I would mandate that all food must have a high nutrition density. That's what I would do. You know, you got all these people, they step into power and they're easily corrupted because there's a little bit of money, you know, they can shovel into their pockets and be ultra rich so that they can have more than the next guy. All I want is enough to have a good life with me and my dog. And a family if I just so happen to have. Oh. At least I wash it before I put it back in the pot. Alright. Moment of truth. This is an old melon. I mean an old spaghetti squash. I wouldn't be surprised if this was growing. Probably just cut that into slices. Cut it into slices and I'll lay it on top of everything. And this way, all you gotta do, oh man, that's some tough skin. All you gotta do is grab a slice and then just scoop it. One of the things I dislike about, holy crap, this is a sharp knife too. Jesus. Is how tough the skin is on these things. Okay, so we got that. We'll just put those in the lid here. I got a massive smorgasbord. That's probably why, actually. So I was cutting from the hard end here. Just cut this end off. This might make it a little easier. Let's see. Oh, the burgers are ready. Split that into a bunch of pieces. Put that in there. Put that in there. Put that in there. Almost ready to put everything into the oven. This is a job. It's a whole job in itself. Need my 1 ounce that I have. There's some veggie burgers for you. Alright. Turn that off. Now, what I'm going to do, put this guy aside. You know what? I'm going to put that in with the celery. I'll grab the celery. See if that'll grow. See, because this is the celery crown, and I'm going to throw that guy in there so it can get some nutrients too. Maybe it'll just grow. I'm going to put fresh water in there. That's the biggest mistake people make when they do this is they don't keep changing the water. I've done it. That's how I learned. Okay, now I need the ground beef. See what we got in the comments here for a second. Hi, Mickey. Jack. The same light in Belgium for IKEA. Kim Hendequin says hi. Hi, Kim, if you're still here. Charles Xavier. There's kids in Africa. I don't know what you mean by that. There's kids all over the world. Okay, so this is where we're going to get our hands a little dirty. Right? Oh wait, I should shred some of the carrots. So I said I was going to shred. Get my carrot shred. You know, I could probably just shred it right in the pan. Then we'll put our beef in here. We're gonna mash it all together. Oh, did I forget how to use this? Oh. There we go. Okay, we're done with the compost. Whoa, look at those fat-like reflexes. Alright, we're going to get right down to the shredding part here. I got this thing at Value Village for nothing, basically. Good little shredding tool. Let's pull that done. I feel like I should throw some beetroot in here too. I don't know if this might be, oh, it's just perfect enough, perfect. So that's all you gotta do. Let's move back a little bit. Just so close. Let's get a couple handfuls of carrots. And just throw them in the top here. Boom. Take the plunger. Kind of like baby food, really. Baby food for the dog. actually. I might, because I think I'm gonna do 2 separate dishes here. I'm only gonna have so much room. Obviously, don't jam your hand in there while it's spinning. This machine can be dangerous, though, I gotta say. Because, look at that. So nice. I love the color. The smell is amazing, especially from the parsnips. The thing is, this machine is dangerous because you can touch that while you're pushing your fingers in there. You don't want to do that. That's why you should always have it, oh yeah. I got some of this white radish. This is also really good too. Can't get over how amazing the smell is right now. You know, like when you're watering your if you have had tomato plants in the past, when you water them, they give off this aroma. That's what it smells like right now. Not like tomatoes, but the aroma. Mix it all up. See, man, you get like a nice mix of just a bit of everything. And then to clean the machine, I'll run some more carrots through because it's a harder flesh. What else do we got in here? Oh, we got some more parsnips. Might be too many of them. What else do we got? I'm gonna use some of this for the crock pot. Okay, we got a bit of everything. Then what I'll use is I'll throw some of this in there. That can go back. Get some of the red radishes in there. Save that for the other side. And then mix that in nicely. Combine with the crock pot. You're almost all these pieces. You do slow cook and crock pot. Make short work of all that goodness. That can go in the slow cooker overnight. So we got that. I'm just gonna mix this up nicely. So we've got our acorn squash. We got everything in here. Wash my hands. Wash my hands, and then we'll throw some cabbage. Might have to cut some more cabbage. I feel like you should put some beets in there. I have beets. Can't beat it. Looks yummy. We're getting there. We're getting there, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting there. Man, that squash tastes great. So, again, I'll mix this in nicely. Look at that, we got acorn squash, spaghetti squash, more spaghetti squash to come. Now, we're going to put half of this in. It's ground beef. The other half will go in the crock pot. So we're going to layer it on top, kind of like a lasagna. Okay, before I touch this, I want to make sure I got everything I need in there. And then we'll put the spaghetti squash on top of this. So all the juices are going to leak down into the vegetables. So we're just going to put a layer. Look at the dogs like right away. Oh, I noticed that you're cooking food. So we're just going to throw this on the top. And then I'm going to get a coconut milk, a can of coconut milk, pull that out. We're going to heat that up and we're going to pour it on top. this way. I feel like I should put all the meat in there and just go to the store and get another one to make the other little bit. There. What do you think? You think I should throw all the meat on? Then we're going to take these and just layer it. Boom. Boom. Like so. I think I can fit everything in here. Actually, if I go like this, I can. If I do that, I should be able to fit. Oh, I'll have a few pieces left over. And then that way it can bake. And spaghetti squash will be ready with it. It's all going to go in the same place, so it doesn't matter putting this back in. So my favorite ingredient is goat butter. I'm going to throw some goat butter. Wash my hands again. That's a massive dish of food that's going to last at least 3 days. That one. Let's grab a can of some Thai coconut. So here's what I'm going to do. Put this off to the side here. Show you what I'm going to do. Get a nice little saucepan. I know I got a little bit of butter on this one. Let's get all of it though. Because this stuff is not cheap, but it's so good. Goat butter, oh, amazing. So we scraped the paper. Look at the dog's literally just laying right there, not far from the food. So this is going to help to, and this is the goat butter, by the way. Look at that beauty. Tastes so good. You can eat it, like literally you eat it by itself, it's just as good. So what we're going to do, so I'm going to take like, just going to take like a, I just realized I used this to cut the beef, so I gotta take more off with a cleaner knife. So we'll just cut off the side that touched the beef. This can get washed. Put this butter aside, grab a coconut oil. Get our sweet paprika. This is Hungarian paprika. And I like to smash in as much nutrients as I can into these dinners because I know that I'm getting it and the dog's getting healthy food. Right? So I need a spoon for that. That coconut milk out. We're just gonna heat this up, melt it, and then pour it on. And then throw everything into the oven. There. And then, like I said, I'm just doing some fly-by-night stuff, right? There's the Hungarian paprika. Exquisite paprika. It's sweet, so it's good for the dog. Not hot. Probably just gonna put a tablespoon in there. And then we're going to throw, just sprinkle some salt in there. Nice gray salt. And we're going to hit the stove. Let's get this stove up and running here. So I'll melt that, and then when that's melted, we're gonna pour it all on, throw some red peppers, green peppers on there, and then we're gonna throw the the spaghetti squash on top, and cook it for like 45 minutes. So that's what we got right now so far. We're gonna get all these flavors nicely mixed in. See that? Melt all that butter together. Paprika. Really, I would like to do like a pumpkin puree. So I do have some pumpkin. I'll let that just melt for a minute. Now we're going to try our burger. It's a veggie burger, but it's crunchy. It's actually not bad baked. So that's why I put so much butter in it, because it's going to help cook everything. So that melts a little more. The burger is actually not bad. I'm going to put some sweet and sour sauce on this. As we cook, let's try that sweet and sour. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually pretty good. I've pan fried those burgers before. They fall apart. It's the first time I use the oven. What do we got here? Looks yummy. Then we got heavy pockets. Add some sesame for added flavor. Add some sun-dried toe crust for texture. You want toe crust in the food, eh? It's funny how that element looks purple on my screen. It was red. I think it might actually be the color. It's looking pretty good. You just get that nice and warm. Don't fall in. You can see the butter melting and coming up. See the white? That's all the butter. That's goat butter. Best butter ever. What do we got here? Instead of butter, use the earwax of a dwarf for butter richness. Get some earwax in there. Yeah, man, this is going to be a lot of food. I wonder what time it is right now. Time are we at? We're at 6:51. 6:51. Oh, this is going to be amazing. I don't want it to get too hot. Look at that. Just enough to melt the butter and coconut. All right. What else should I throw in this? Oh, some basil. I got some fresh basil that I should put in. We got a message here? Nope. No messages. I can actually just turn that off and let the heat of the element. Let's get to the fresh basil. I forgot about this. Just gotta quickly wash this knife of all the beef. Guts that was the almond. So, I mentioned before, this is a plant that was 50% off. They're going to throw it in the trash. I bought it. I transplanted it, and I got 3 nice growths off of it, right? So we're going to grab some from here, here. I'm not going to take everything. I'm going to take the big leaves to allow for more. It smells so good too. And a little bit of basil. Let's take this guy too. Just pinching it with my nail. This looks like it's going to fall off, so take that. Take this one. Take all the big leaves. Lots of basil. Don't need much more than that. And while we're here, we should probably actually cut the tops of these so that they're forced to grow out since we're here. And then we have more basil to process. And with this sauce, boom, boom. I'm gonna do this one right here. Then we got seeds for the next basil. Smells so good, holy crap. So this is just stuff that came out of the garden and I'm using. Man, the aroma. Thank you, beautiful basils. Get my tea. Put that in that can. For now, layer the basils within themselves, like so, just to make it easier for chopping. And then I'll just like fold that into itself like that. Kind of make it into a roll. And then doesn't get fresher than that. Bam, bada bing, bada boom. And then now we will just and so what I'm going to do, I'm going to save some of this for the crock pot, and I'm going to put the rest in this sauce that we just made. In this sauce. Look at that. And then we're going to put a little bit of this in there, some peppers. Man, that smells amazing. Oh. I'm sure that's why the dog's hanging out so close. I'll just stir that up. Like I said, there's no I didn't do no measurements. I'm just fly by night anyway. I think I should bring this up to kind of a little bit of a bubble, a rolling boil. That way That way, some of the peppers, because we're just doing this as we go, some of the peppers can leak into the flavor of the sauce. I'm just curious what that tastes like right now. It can't be that hot. We're gonna find out. Some pepper there. Oh my god. Wow. Surprise myself every time. If you make food, man, that is so good. That could literally be a sauce topping. I almost feel like I should put it on after. Wow, that is. Yep, I'm going in for another one. Man, that is crazy. That's literally perfect for the chicken burger or the veggie burger. Look at that. Throw that on there. All that is butter, coconut oil, salt, fresh basil. I could almost make one with onions too. Stay. That is unbelievably good. Keep in mind, everything we've made here, the dog can eat. I should ferment the basil. Okay, we're getting a little boil here. This could be a dipping sauce. We got the rolling boil happen. Now, I'm just gonna I want to save some of this for the burger that I'm making. I'm making dog food. Somebody asked what I was making. Man, that's just too good. I'm gonna throw that on there. This is spaghetti squash. There. We got the peppers, like that. All right. Into the oven it goes for 45 minutes or so. It's definitely preheating. It's got some weight to it. There we go. Let's do 30 and we'll check. We'll do 35. This thing's still cooking. Maybe what I'll do is I'll show you guys how to make the mushrooms now. crispy mushrooms. This is the best way to make crispy mushrooms. Heavy Pockets, you should ferment the basil in the sweet form of obese woman fart rolls to make it gourmet. Oh, thank you, Heavy Pockets. I don't know what I wouldn't have done without you. So when we're doing this, these mushrooms, these are shiitake mushrooms we're going to be making here. I use, again, goat butter. Goat butter is the best butter. Trust me. It's just so good. So I'll use it to melt. I'll put it on a high. And we'll just melt it. Let it melt. Let it melt and then swish it around the pan and then we'll place these in. 3 minutes aside. Oh shit. I gotta pay attention to, because I only have one timer. What do you want? You gotta go outside? Outside. Okay. I gotta let the dog go. Give me a second here. Wait a minute. Before I let the dog out, we're gonna see it. I melt the butter, swish it around the pan. Then I'll bring the oven down, or the stove down to like a 6. So we don't want to burn the mushrooms. You want them golden brown? So you got a nice layer of oil, right? Nice layer of butter. And then you just start placing them in. So the butter. This is why I didn't slice them up, because slicing them up makes more work for yourself when you gotta flip them. So you pay attention to the time. You don't want to go too long. Just enough. Enough. So we got 31. At 31, I'm going to just use the phone here quick. 7:08. So just let that cook. I'll be right back. I feel like I should throw the rest of those. I should throw the rest of this just on top, because there's really not enough to do anything with after. Let's just do that. Spaghetti squash. Oh, who's that? Who could that be? Okay, check this out, guys. You want to hear something funny? Listen to this. 'Cause I let him out. Listen. Is there somebody out there? Who is it? Pitbull? It's Pitbull. Okay, you want to come inside? Pitbull, right? Say Pitbull. Pitbull. Good boy. He's such a smart dog, it's crazy. Look at this guy. Look at, he's like, oh my god, everything smells amazing. And he's like, I got this crappy dog food to eat. Don't worry, he gets some of the food we're cooking. He knows he gets some of the food we're cooking. I think it burned some of the hair on my arm in the stove because I could smell burnt hair. Alright, so we're back at the mushrooms. What are we at right now? 7-Eleven. Oh, way too long. I'm gonna flip. Throw a little more butter on that. You just want them nice and golden. Not burnt like I usually. The key is to turn the stove down to the temperature of, I think it's 6. I'm right-handed, so if my hand's in the way, I'm just going to switch the camera to this side because it makes it a little easier. Get all that oil around the pan. There we go. Alright, what time is it now? 27. What we got on the phone? 13. It's on 10 minutes. And when it's 7:10, we gotta take them off the stove. So now we got like 2 things cooking at the same time here. And at the same time, we have this amazing sauce we created. With these veggies, oh my god, it's so good. It's crazy that we've been cooking for almost 3 hours. Just moving around. And I'll just throw them right onto the plate when we're done. Man, I had so much room earlier. All I had to do is cook a little. No room. Should I put this here? Leave that there because we don't need to go butter yet. Time are we at? That's a 3-minute mark there. And then all I do, look at that. Looks good, right? Just grab them, throw them onto the plate. And we do the same thing again. Now that the pan's nice and hot. Just melt that goat butter. And we'll start the whole process over again. Literally 3 minutes aside at low heat. You should have nice golden brown mushrooms that aren't burnt like how I had them in the past. I'm going to throw a little more goat butter in there. So we're at 22 minutes, so 21, just turned to 21. Going to the store?
Yeah. You need something?
I was gonna go in like 2 minutes.
Well, darling, I need to walk.
Okay.
I just woke up from a nap. Makes me feel like I'm not wasting the whole fucking day.
Oh, nice.
I had a eventful morning, so I'm alright walking.
All right.
It's always quieter at night in the winter. You noticed it?
Yeah.
Always more peaceful. Yeah, I was going down the hill. You want me to grab you some or no? You're gonna go?
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go do a little shop tomorrow. I might go to the superstore tomorrow and see if they have any beef or fucking lamb on sale.
We got that giant log at Co-op.
Like the regular log, or you got a big one?
This log.
You got the big ones out?
This one's $40. But
Yeah, but it's fucking 3 times the double, right?
yeah, we're gonna use this for the.
They used to have those all the time, and then
We do it every now and then.
Hmm.
I don't know if the deal's still on, but apparently they change every.
we all go look. I just wanted to go to. I didn't want to go shopping yet until I went to the superstore.
Yeah.
Because last time I went, they had some decent deals on meat. So I got the roast, and then I got that fucking lamb leg I still haven't cooked yet. That one was like $48, but so it was like a little cheaper, $10 cheaper than fucking local. Yeah, if you're going to that Indian store tomorrow, I'll definitely go there. want to get some more curry leaves.
Alright, we'll chat when you get back. We're gonna do the flip. $18. Definitely gonna have to get more goat butter. See, they're like perfectly cooked. I love it. They're just in between crispy. Did all that cleaning today to make a big mess. As you can see, you use a lot of butter here. I don't believe in all this crap about butter is no good for you. I think it's actually really good for you, and they don't want you to eat it because it's too good for you. We're basically at the end of the mushroom. These are the last few pieces anyways. Trying to listen, you got tongs, why don't you use them, right? These are the stems. Why waste anything, right? 14 minutes and the oven is ready to finish too. So we got, when it hits 12, we're ready. We basically utilized everything we can. I didn't make the beets. I just realized that. Look at that deliciousness. The stems I'm just going to smooth around the pan, move around the pan. So we're at 12 now. Flip that. This way we don't burn. We put everything on one side here. These are all the stems. Mm. At 9 minutes, we pull all this off, and that's done. We might pan fry some of this halibut. I think it was halibut. Yeah. We got 1 more minute to go. Really all you need is, once these dry out, they harden up. You can throw a little bit of salt on them. Mm. And there it is. 9 minutes. Alright, we got some dark oils, which we'll get rid of in the compost bucket. We will also give her a little rinse. Oh yeah. I'm gonna rinse that hot pan. Just to kind of clean out some of the butter. Put it back. And now we're going to throw these halibut burgers on there. This dog is fiending for food right now. It must suck sometimes to be a dog, eh? They just got like a smell like 100 times stronger than smell 100 times stronger than a person's. So I like doing a big cook, that way I can just like feast anytime I need. Got everything going at the same time here. By the time the burgers are done, the oven's going to be done. Okay. So we're cooking halibut burgers right now. That was just packaged food. But in the oven, we have a beef and spaghetti squash with all these vegetables that I've chopped up, as you can see right there. So everything's going to be ready soon. And Chunks is there to witness it all. Look at the gorgeous animal. He's like, I can smell. Is that why you're so close so you can smell it better? Jesus. What are we going to do with you?
Well, I just did the whole easy thing down that fucking stairs. Those sats there.
Yeah.
My feet slipped at the top, and I grabbed onto my feet, went all the way to the bottom, and my hands are still up here.
Well, you were sliding?
Oh yeah, man, that was a nice stretch after sleeping. Holy fuck! And then I get to the gas station, and I'm doing one of those bent down, stumbling forward things, and I couldn't catch the fucking grip. Walking 3 hours of sleeping. This is ice now. Holy fuck! And that sun that come up.
Good thing we were in the freezer for 2020. Man, did you just run your nose across my friggin' hand with slimy nose? Chunks? The fuck? Keep it moving. Those are nice halibut burgers. We're only 5 years old. That's all. Nothing too crazy. It's probably that should be good. Look how you keep going back to your bowl, Chunks. Like, it's not, nothing of what I smell is in the bowl.
One day that smell will end up in the bowl.
Hopefully one day soon. Need more butter. For the next batch. Let's see what we got. Let's put the timer on this one for 4 minutes to flip. And then in the oven, we got phew, that's heavy. Let's see what we got. Let's poke into that skin to make sure it's good. Still needs a little more time. Skin's still tough. See, we're making more than one thing. Maybe by the time the halibut burgers are done, man, those are good. I'm pretty sure. I wonder if he wants some. Those halibut burgers are great. Wow. Perfect cook. I don't even know how long it was. I guess it was 10 minutes or so. Chunks liked them. Look at him. He's like, oh, I'll take some more of that. Okay, maybe, just maybe, I have It's so perfect. Wow. That is delicious. So good. That is good. Well, let's flip it. Another 4 minutes. We probably should do 3 minutes actually. See how brown, how dark those are? I don't want to overcook it. 3 minutes. Just having a feast. Look at him. He acts like these are great. Break them. Look how nice and juicy they are. They're perfect. I think we made 4. Some for me, some for you. See, He's not even looking when he catches them. That's pretty good. Those are too good. Thank you, halibut. I don't want them to stick to the pan. "59 seconds. You know what's really crazy is that these halibut burgers are from 2020. They've been in the freezer that long. I'm sure if you tried to buy these nowadays, they're probably crazy expensive. I'm pretty sure that's good. Boom. Put that to the side for a minute. Let's check the food in the oven. And the heat just barrels out. Just make sure oh, it's a little softer. I think another 5 minutes and we're good. Let's go 5 more minutes on that. Let's get back here. And I think what we might just do is we might chop up some onions. Just because I can't put this in with the dog's food. He can't eat onions. So we're gonna basically make a sauce. Well, your mouth is just dripping everywhere, Chunks. He's so happy he got that food. Man. Look at this, 2 meals in one. Actually, we cooked like 3 meals tonight. It's crazy. Throw everything in there. You know what? I should make a shred. I should shred some and leave some whole. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh boy. I'm like tired from the cooking and eating. Got this beef, which is gonna go into the crock pot. slice this to get the rest of the. I'm gonna utilize that pan while it's still hot. I'm gonna fry these onions. Then I can throw that into the sauce. Oh my god, why is this so hard? I'm gonna have to take a whole layer off. Because we're just impatient. That's what we're gonna do. A whole layer off. Either which way, it gets into the compost for next year. Oh, the phone's gonna die here soon. Got like 3% left, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta get the charger. If I get the charger, give me a second, I'll be right back. If I get this charger in quick enough. Boom! Oh, we're at 1%. Okay. Just throw that back on there. I'm gonna use whatever oil is left in that pan. Perfect for frying up these onions. Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna give that 5 more minutes. So we had 8 and 8. Actually, that's probably enough. That's enough. for the oven. Well, I'll get this up and running. Look at the onions. I did something silly. I just threw in chamomile tea. I figured some of these onions would chop up better. I'm pretty sure this is ready. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah. Looks like it's cooked up nicely. Okay, yeah, see the skin's nice and soft. There. That's good. The only thing is to pick it up with one hand without burning myself or dropping it. Ah, that's heavy. There. Throw some more peppers in there. What do we got going on here? Well, we got that phone in the charger as quick as possible. That was good. Let's get these. Gonna throw some maple butter in there. Not much left anyway. I like using maple syrup in a lot of my food. Yeah, the funny thing is a great way to clean the pan if you cook vegetables in it after like you've done some kind of frying. Not with, it doesn't go with everything, but some things it does. Just perfect. We got. Man, I'm so full. And with halibut burgers, Chunks could eat till he dies. Whew. Okay. Well, I can't even move the camera because it's hooked up to the charger. I guess I have to. Oh, I could move this like this. I can move it over here to the cooking area. I feel like I have to make more of this sauce though. There's not enough of this sauce. I have to throw some more green peppers in there. And this goat butter is like almost all melted. Well, since it's almost all melted, I'll just throw it all in there. So we've used an entire thing of goat butter to do our cooking today. Here's $7 worth of butter. Melt that. I'm going to throw another can of coconut milk to make another sauce here. Really low heat. Let's go to 4. Alright, so this is our spaghetti squash. Our topping. Underneath that's the meat goodness. Look at this. There's the ground beef. Got the vegetables in there. That's going to be pretty amazing. I guess I wasn't showing it. So as you peel away the layer of spaghetti squash, which is just going to like peel out of the skin nicely now, right? Then we have a layer of beef and then the vegetables underneath that. It's a beautiful mix. Made our halibut burgers tonight. Hey, don't eat the paper. Now we're making another sauce here, just lightly. Freshly chopped basil in there. Because we're making extra sauce here. Let that melt. Gotta throw a little more salt in that. Just a little. So you can see. This salt is good because this is gonna go on top of this meat. So just roasting the peppers and throw some onions on there. Curious how these onions with the maple taste. It's pretty good. Just let that get to a light boil and we'll pull it out. Let's try some of this beef out of here. Pretty good. Nope. Everything's good. Let's try a small plate of it. Made a huge mess. So I'm gonna scoop some of this out. Mini squash. Some onions. Throw some onions on that. Throw some more. Oh. And that's just skin left over, but we got lots of food here. And we still got enough to make another dish this big over here in this pile here of food on the table we got. We're going to use the crock pot way down there. I can't move the camera too much because the phone needs to charge. So I'm just waiting for... I'm sure if I wanted to make this super fancy looking, I could set the plate up, right? And I'm sure Chunks would love some. We'll probably make him some too. See, he's got a little bit of kibble in his bowl. I don't usually give him kibble, but I am going to give him some of this in there, because now he's got nice carrots and radish. And the sauce has come to a rolling boil here. Just like a light boil is all we want. Just heating it up enough, get the flavor in there. And then we'll just pour a little sauce on there. And this is for Chunks too. All super healthy. I made sure I didn't cross-contaminate it with anything else. Man, all this cooking has I gotta let it cool down slightly. I'm gonna put it outside. I'm gonna eat mine. It's okay, I gave it to you. Right? You did a good job. I wanted you to eat it. That's for you. Alright, let's see if my concoction turned out or not. Just face the camera somewhere. Look at that. Really squash, ground beef. I love that sauce. Mmm. Yeah. You could top that with all kinds of stuff, but that coconut milk sauce is amazing. I just made this up. Mmm. That's perfect. Only thing I would do is maybe throw some kalonji seeds on there. It's like a black seed. And there you have it. Mm. We just experiment. It'll come up with some good stuff. Now that Trunks' food is cooling outside, let's see. I'm going to set up his food right there. So, I test it. Oh, it's still hot. Jesus. Yeah, I can't give that to him yet. Wow. You look upset. I'll put it in the deep freeze here. That'll cool it off. Yeah, you know the way dogs are, right? Dogs will just get in there and devour it all. My hand. Look at him, he's puzzled. He's like, I thought there was food. There was. Look at this beautiful guy. Can I see you here? Let me see the head this way. Let me see this beautiful guy. Come here. Come closer. I'm trying to hug. Come on. Come. Oh my gosh. Why are you laying down now? I'm trying to give you a hug. Where's the Huggins? I'm trying to give a Huggins. Yes, let me see. Come here. Come here, you beautiful thing. Oh my god, yes. Oh, look at this guy. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. This gorgeous animal. Why do you think his coat shines like that? One, because I washed him yesterday. Two, because he eats well. Check this ear here. See? Gonna clean it again. He's been having an ear infection. So I did a video yesterday on how to kill this ear infection. Let's see if this food is ready. Because I'm sure Chunks I'm sure Dr. Chunks is ready for his food. Just test it. It's still hot. It's not like crazy hot. Maybe if I mix it around. Look, we got some ground beef in there for him. He's got some butternut, not butternut, but acorn squash in there. Spaghetti squash. Look at his face, eh? He's just like, are we gonna eat yet? I'm just chopping it up because they know you're just gonna devour it in seconds. The most expensive thing in this whole bowl is the meat. Everything else is just like, won't cost you much. This is under $100 meal that'll last you at least a week. Just wait a second there. Give it a second. Beautiful thing. What a good boy. You know? This guy is such a good animal. Do I get a kiss? Oh, thank you. Oh, wow. Can you go lay on the couch? Couch. See? He has good manners. When you take care of your dog, they listen. You're hungry? Go eat. Look at him. Just gets right in there. Is it hot? Still a little hot? Just take your time. You got lots of time, Chunks. Yeah, it might be a little bit hot for him, but there you go. So there you guys have it. We made our food. Now I'm going to make a little bit more tonight, but I'm going to run out to the store to get a few more things. But so good for you. That's how you take I think that was 2 pounds of ground beef, and turn it into a meal for literally like 4 days to a week. Because you forget, everything I just made was out of half of that ground beef. This is the other one. My hands aren't small. That's easily an 8-inch hunk of beef. And this is going to go into the crock pot tonight. Be ready for tomorrow. And now we can feast day and night for at least 4 days. Almost a week. Depends on how much we eat. Chunks eats twice a day. I eat sometimes about as much as him. But realistically, like if you look at the plate difference, right? Like, I'm just going to show you guys here for a second. I gave him way more food than I gave myself. Whoa. What happened? The phone almost went. I didn't tighten it. Hey, watch out, move. Like you can see the comparison of the bowls. I got like a fist size. He got like 2 fist size worth of food. And yes, I know he's a growing boy. To become the most gorgeous animal alive, he must eat. So I feed him better than I feed myself. That's good. So my message to you guys, just go out there with the mindset, when you're making your food, I never mix rice, bread, pasta, any kind of starch, other than if it's a vegetable, like I don't even really do meat and potatoes. I'll do meat and sweet potato because it's a different starch content. It makes it easier for your body to digest the food. Like for instance, when you have any kind of gluten in your food, it becomes a glue in your gut. And when you mix it with beef and that, it makes it so much harder, or any kind of meat, for your body to digest it. Like he's done his food already. I didn't even finish mine. Look at this. Made a mess. He's drinking his water now. He's not a small dog. Oh, that bowl's empty now. So that's where the whole mentality came from. You can feed your dog good too. You just got to take the time to feed yourself good. Instead of going and buying all this crap out there, it's loaded with all kinds of shit. Too much sugar, too much fat, too much this. You saw all the ingredients I put in my food. We used a whole thing of butter, but that's going to be a whole thing of butter for a week, right? And that's healthy. Butter's healthy, especially goat butter. Really good. It breaks down easy, right? Like that's how you know when fats are good for you, when they melt nicely. Like if you take beef, it takes a while for the fat to melt, so that's harder on your body. But I still like beef, but I don't not eat it. Like I'm eating ground beef right now. But like coconut oil melts when it's in your hand. So when it's in your body, because a lot of people will say that coconut oil has got trans fats in it, it's no good for you. There are good trans fats and bad trans fats, just like there's good salt and bad salt. And the way these systems that are designed to supposedly keep us healthy, which I don't even know why we have a choice of organic and non-organic food. It should all be organic. If the whole point of having these people in office to make sure that the food is good quality for consumption for people, then why is shitty stuff like McDonald's even exist? Right? Or chicken McNuggets, like chicken nuggets period, that are manufactured out of a friggin' warehouse. Not good for you. I felt like shit for a day and a half. Literally, after I ate those chicken nuggets, I felt like crap in bed. I woke up the next day, I felt like crap. And all of this stuff does all kinds of, what do you call it? All kinds of stuff to the hormones in your body, and like, it affects the way you feel. Right? So you are what you think, you are what you eat, and you are who you hang around. The people in your environment have a huge influence in your life. As much as you think you're strong enough that no, not me, not me. If you take 1 second out of your day to think about something else that may not be good for you, it's not good for you. Because your whole momentum forward should be built on the foundation of not looking back. Not looking back. Just go forward. Forward. And getting to where you need to get because you want to get there. And not have anyone hold you back and not have anything stop you from getting there. When you eat crappy food, it might stop you from getting there because you don't feel good. So your thoughts aren't good. So your manifestation power is weaker. Right? That's why I believe that the food that we eat is so depleted nowadays that you have to take supplements, right? Well, you don't really have to. You just got to eat more good food and get more good salt in you. You get a migraine, take some salt. Put it under your tongue. Lift your tongue. The whole point of your tongue is to let your body know what enzymes it needs to create in order for your body to do the digesting. It can't do that if you're putting all these processed chemicals in your body, in your mouth, and your tongue is coated with crap because you don't wash it, right? That's a direct line of digestion. It's in your mouth, in your tongue, on your tongue. So the moment your body tastes, oh, good, clean water, don't have to process it, use it right away. I know this because I've done some self-research on this when I used to train Muay Thai, and I got this clean water. I literally had energy right away. Nowadays, if you drink crappy water, you get more bogged down. Now, just surround yourself with good shit. You're the one that is directly in effect by what you're surrounded by, what you put in your body, how you feel, because you're setting yourself up for failure if, for instance, you don't take the time out of your day. Take the time. See, the key word is take. Because if you do not take time, you can never have time. If you don't take the time out of your day to make good food for yourself and for your dog, then you're going to get into a cycle where you're just constantly like feeling like crap, feeling like you're falling apart, your life is and I've been through that. You get depressed. You don't get enough sleep, you get depressed. You eat shitty food, you get depressed. Like, you ever eat McDonald's, leave, and then feel like you're still hungry after? Like, I don't even have to eat much, right? Like, if I ate McDonald's, I'd eat 4 cheeseburgers. I know this because I've done it. I love my cheeseburgers. I'd even get 6 and 2 large fries and still feel hungry after. Because everything you're loading yourself up with is processed sugars and refined sugars and all kinds of sugar. It's no good for you. So, because of my dog, most gorgeous animal alive, is the reason why I changed my diet. And it's the reason why I started paying more attention. I'm like, man, a bag of dog food? Like, look, I'm going to show you something. You see that by the picture there? That's a bag of dog food I give Chunks. That thing's like, we've had that since like August. I use it here and there when I don't have time to make food. I used to get, and honestly I kind of give this to other dogs when they're over, so they don't eat all our food. I used to get that kind of a bag. Some stores, you buy that bag of dog food and it'll cost you $80 to $90. This cost me $40. I got all this. So you're probably wondering why I'm showing you all this. Because for the Chunks would eat when I first started feeding him this crap. This is pretty decent food though, by the way. But dogs shouldn't eat this constantly. It's not good for them. I drank Diet Coke today. Somebody said in the comments. That's too bad. Diet Coke's horrible for you. Long story short, it all started with dried dog food. Look, this brand is called Nature's Recipe. And let me show you what nature looks like. I'm just going to show you. So tell me where in nature do you find this? I've taken Chunks on so many walks. I still haven't found this in the woods, in the forest. Because this shit is not something that you will find in nature. They put a fancy name on the bag because they're trying to appease the person buying it. Guess what? Dogs don't have wallets and don't have hands and don't care. They just want to eat. Some dogs will eat that for the rest of their life till they die and they wonder why. Oh, my dog's got allergies. My dog doesn't, I got to take him to the vet again. Well, it's probably because you feed that to your dog all the time. So because when I first started this whole journey of making food for me and the dog, I realized that my older dog, I had a dog before Chunks, and Chunks wasn't actually ever my dog. He ended up becoming my dog. Long story, I won't even go off topic with my whole ADHD rant. But I had a Doberman. His name was Leo. And I used to feed him bagged dog food all the time. He died of cancer and a twisted stomach. Horrible death right on the porch here in front of the house. I picked him up off the couch and he's just like, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta save this dog. But he already had cancer at this time. And his shoulder had cancer all over. It was terrible. And I questioned it. I said, how can a dog get cancer if it's eating food that's supposed to have everything in it that it needs to sustain a healthy life? Well, it's not healthy. Can't be. This is healthy. This is undeniably healthy. I know everything that went into it. Those bits that you see, and I showed you on the camera, what do you think's in there? I can tell you what it is. There's a reason why all dog food is brown. Because it's incinerated ash. And you know, a dog's nose can sense what it should eat and shouldn't eat. So there's a reason why they incinerate the food before they give it to your dog. Because then the dog will eat it because it can't smell anything. Could be all kinds of crap in there that's no good for them. Anyways, long story short, $80 to $90 a bag. The bag was bigger than this. It was like double the size. Chunks would eat 1.5 bags of that a month. And I said to myself, for $140, what could I do to supplement the grocery bill to make it work for the both of us? And that's what I started doing. I started taking that $140 and putting it to like buying raw chicken. I'd feed him raw chicken all the time, but then I was like, I can't just feed him raw chicken all the time, like, because he got healthy from that. But I gotta change the meals. It's like dogs will get different meals based on the flavoring of the bag, but doesn't mean it's good. So I know that by feeding the dog properly, I started eating better. I lost a shit. I was actually so fat. Like right now, I'm still pretty fat. You can see some love handles. Like, you can see a belly. This belly was way farther out, an extra 46 pants wouldn't fit me. Right now I'm starting to fit into clothes again that I used to be able to fit into almost. So what I'm saying, just keep in mind, if you love your animal, you should feed it like you love it. You might learn to love yourself. I didn't care about myself, really. I ate everything and anything. Didn't care, just. But that didn't care actually came from eating all kinds of crap outside. I loved eating bread, cheese, all that stuff. But I started changing my diet because of the dog. Because I changed my diet, I started feeling better. I don't feel as shitty anymore. Life is great. Life should always be great. So maybe they genetically modify the food or engineer the food so life doesn't feel great for you. Maybe that's why we have to choose between organic and non-organic. Should all be organic. Makes no sense why. It isn't. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to keep ranting. You've seen what I've done. You've seen what we've created. The dog's happy. I'm happy the dog's happy. And I'm happy to have some good food to eat tonight. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and following the channel. And thanks to all those people who've been watching this whole time. You guys are awesome. I have nothing else to say. You guys have a great night. Bye.